When it comes to the investigation into the Delhi terror blast, CNN-News19 has accessed the interrogation report of Dr. Shaheed, shedding light on the internal dynamics at Al Falah University and the Red Fort blast plot. Now, according to Dr. Shaheed, Al Falah University had become a hub where radical elements operated unchecked. She told investigators that the faculty was predominantly 70% Kashmiri, which allowed the group to cultivate a specific ideological environment. Dr. Shaheed identified Muzammil and Umar, the bomber outside the Red Fort, who carried out that bombing at the traffic light outside the Red Fort. He was the main operational chief. She said that Muzammil handled logistics, including vehicles, access, and the movement of materials, and Umar drove the ideological narrative, including hardline rhetoric and threats. She further added that the Turkey links and the Pakistani contact, Ukasha, he was the main point for any cross-border contact. That is the big piece of news also that's coming in. Also mentioning that zakat payments were used to carry out those terror logistics and fund those terror logistics. I'm joined by my colleague Anand Narasimhan on the broadcast. So Anand, clearly it seems that zakat payments were being used to create a terror treasury, and all of this planning and execution was happening inside Al Falah University. What more evidence is required for an all-out crackdown on this particular institution?
Well, good afternoon, Ayushman, and good afternoon to our viewers. Manoj Kumar Gupta getting us yet another exclusive here. The confession statements and details of what Dr. Shaheed has actually revealed. She has come out and also, like you were, spelling out the details. Some of these aspects of modus where they have collected money in the name of charity. Zakat is charity which you are supposed to give for a good cause, a humanitarian cause, and these funds have been used by the cash trail or even by direct deposits, but without raising suspicion. And the other thing is that although they've been taken in the name of donations for charity, they have actually been has worked. Two of these characters, like you spelled out, Dr. Muzammil and Dr. Umar, were the most radicalized out of this lot, and they were the ones. And Dr. Shaheed was largely the fundraiser. She was being used to collect funds. She was being used to collect funds. She was being used to she was being used to try and she was being used to try and generate and perhaps present a soft nature. It is also possible that Shaheed had herself amassed a lot of money because she was single and she had good earnings and she had about 20-25 lakhs. So it is also a possibility that she was largely more to generate funds and bring in a softer face without actually not being as radical as Umar or Muzammil were concerned. So some of these aspects now stand out. Also the fact that they decided to try and accelerate the pace. He's also asked for a sudden 1 lakh rupee drop or deposit. That 1 lakh rupee, the money that he's asked for, Umar, is because the day before or perhaps on the day that he wanted some cash for operational expenses to execute this entire bombing. They have also amassed weapons. Now, these weapons obviously have been purchased with cash, and this cash is largely from what has been collected via the zakat payments. Now, if you were to see, she has about 22 to 25 lakhs of her own. She's collected another 22 lakhs. So overall, they were working with a cash of about 50 lakhs. They have also used red drums in the eco-sport, and those drums were on the garb of trying to deposit dirt and waste, etc. But clearly, it has been used to ferry material, material which is explosive material. And somewhere it looks like they have developed this compound inside the campus itself, that this entire accelerant of TATP and mixing it and creating this compound has happened. Shaheed revealing a lot of details, and now perhaps we'll get some more details from Amir Rashid. That's a separate development where he's going to be questioned more.